Hey guys, what's up? Good afternoon. Hope everybody's doing good today. Hey, so I wanted to take some time and talk about bondage in the way of like mindsets and things that we think that keep us bound up, right? Bondage, what does that mean? You're bound, you're tied, you're locked down, you have restriction of movement, right? All those things. And one of the biggest bonds in most of our lives, I really believe, is emotions. God's given us emotions, right? So it's not meant for us just to be robotic creatures. That was never the creation. That was never what we were created for, We have emotions. But unfortunately, our emotions sometimes can make our decisions for us. And when our emotions make our decisions for us, it can cause us to have to deal with certain consequences on the long term that a short-term solution could have been provided for, right? So if you're happy today, man, you're happy, you're excited. I feel like emotions, and from my understanding of emotions and mental health, they're used as a thermometer to help us gauge where we are in our mental standing. So if you're happy today, then that tells me if you think some things are going good for you. You're not weighed down currently, with burdens and anxieties and stresses, and that's amazing. But if you're really happy and you go out and blow a bunch of money because you're happy to celebrate, and then that decision that you just made causes consequences of now you don't have money to pay your rent, pay your bills, or etc., you're controlled by that emotion. On the vice versa side, right? If you're depressed and you're anxious, that tells me there's some things mentally in you are going on that we may need to help you find some freedom in, right? If you're anxious and you're stressed, or you're worrying, or you're concerned, something is weighing on you, right? So that tells me your mental health right now. If you're looking at a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being really bad, 10 being really great, you're at a 2 or 3 right now. So we need to work together and really pray through, hey, what do we need to do to help you, right? But if you're depressed, you're sad, you're anxious, and you decide, hey, I'm going to go get drunk tonight, and to help me forget about that, well, you just made a decision based on feelings and emotions that are short term. It's very rare that a feeling or an emotion lasts for months or weeks, right? Usually if that happens, there's something much deeper, and you may require some medication, you may require some counseling. And the people that say are anti-medication or anti-medicine, guys, that's a bridge. All that is a bridge in order for you to kind of get stable so we can address the root of the issues, address the root of the problems. I'm not a doctor, but these are how we handle our children, how I've handled my medication, things like that in my life. This is just a bridge to help us get to a place of even that we can now begin to work on things, right? It's not to say we're going to be on this for the rest of our life. And if you are on that for the rest of your life, it doesn't mean that you don't trust God, believe God. It doesn't mean any of those things. It means that, hey, maybe there's a chemical imbalance. There's something in your mind or in your body that's working incorrectly. And just like you'd go to the doctor to get a shot if you got the flu or if you got whatever, well, it's the same thing. And people put such a stigma on mental health. I just do not understand it. I have such a hard time getting it. But anyway, all that being said, if you're depressed and anxious and you allow that decision, or you allow that emotion to make a decision for you, it may press you into a position to where you're making bad decisions that are negative for your life, right? That are causing not just negativity, but that are causing anxiousness and stress even more. One of my mentors, Bob McLeod, he used to say, drinking alcohol when you're depressed is throwing gasoline on the fire, because it's a depressant, right? So it's already making it worse. And it may numb you for a little while, but you've just made a decision based on an emotion that you can find freedom from. But instead of finding freedom from it and going through that process, and it may be a long process, maybe a hard process, maybe very difficult, but instead of finding freedom from that emotion, all you've done is treated a symptom. And that's not a good place to be at, guys, and we think that, hey, anxiety and stress and depression and all that stuff is the only thing in our lives, the only emotions that can cause us to make bad decisions. But people that get happy and excited and they go out and make stupid choices because they're happy and excited, they end up paying for those consequences too. So basically, kind of where I'm coming from is, let's not be bound up by our emotions and our feelings, right? Let's find some freedom from that. If you're only as free as you feel, then you're not really free, because you're still locked up to your emotions. And God's given us emotions. God's given us all those things. And I believe that they're of the Lord. I really do. But I believe that we've allowed ourselves to be manipulated and twisted, and your emotions can lie to you sometimes. How many times have you overheard a conversation or overheard somebody talking, gotten upset about it, and then when you got the full context, oh, I missed it, I'm sorry. Well, your emotion just lied to you and told you that something is wrong when really you just misunderstood something. You didn't have the full context. And I'm wondering how many times that our emotions do that for us every single day, that we don't have the full context of the things that we're worrying about, that we're stressed about, even the things that we're excited about. We don't have the full context. How many times you gotten excited about something and then come to find out it wasn't what you thought, and boom, you're just let down, right? You put your expectation way up here and the delivery was way down here, so now your emotions are even lower. And those are the things that I would encourage. Let's not fight them. Let's make room for our emotions. Let's make room to feel the things that we feel. Let's make room to breathe and understand, hey, I'm upset, I'm angry. I need to feel that, I need to process that, but I also don't need to allow it to make my decisions for me moving forward. Just because I'm angry doesn't mean I need to go out here and hurt somebody because I'm upset. If I found out my wife was cheating on me, right, that would be devastating. It'd be terrible. I love her so much. And so many emotions would run through my mind within seconds. I've never had that happen. I'm just talking from what I can and what I think, right? So if it has happened to you, please clarify. But I would think I would be immediately just shocked. Wow, why would you do this? I would be hurt. Wow, I can't believe you did this. I would be upset. I don't know how to deal with this. I'd be angry at her. I'd be mad about that. And depending on who she was with at the time, if they knew that we were married, I'd be angry with them. If they didn't know that we were married, I would hurt for them because they've been lied to, right? I wouldn't be mad that I wouldn't be mad at the man that my wife lied to get her to sleep with her, right? Why would I be mad at him? He thinks he's just spending time with a woman. He doesn't have any idea she's married. That's a whole different situation than, hey, he knows, he's actively doesn't care, he's just going to gig in, right? So all of those emotions go through, and they call it crimes of passion because you've lost your mind for that minute. You're allowing your emotions to now make your decisions for you, and you can get into a really big bind for that. So I'm not saying don't feel it. I'm saying feel it, hurt for it, make room for it, process it. Find somebody to help you process it if you don't know how. That's okay. A therapist, a psychiatrist, a friend, whatever. But don't allow those emotions to make your decisions, right? Anyway, guys, I hope this wasn't too deep, or I hope I didn't confuse you. But I really believe that this is a key to becoming a mature believer in Christ. I really do. And even just becoming a mature human being. Say you don't believe in Jesus. Say you don't believe in God, period, right? I respect that. I don't understand it. That's okay. It's fine. That's your decision. But let's not be controlled by our emotions. Let's not be controlled by the things that we can find freedom from, right? Anyway, guys, I hope the Lord blesses you today. I hope He takes care of you. I hope He encourages you and loves you. And I hope you can find encouragement in all those things. If you are struggling with stress or depression or anxiety, I pray that God will bring freedom to you, give you ways to mourn well, and ways that you can breathe through those things and get freedom from those things. I've struggled with those for a lot of my life, anxiety, depression, stress, and it's hard sometimes. It's really hard. So I have compassion for you, and the Lord, through other people and through just my faith, has brought me victory in a lot of those areas. Not every time, I still struggle sometimes. I get depressed, I get anxious. I have to tell my wife I'm stressed out, I don't know what's going on, one of them things. And I think it's because my mind works so fast. And I'm okay. I like that. I like that it works really quick. But I think also sometimes as a gift, it can also be kind of a burden to carry, and it's hard to overcome. But anyway, man, I love you guys. I hope the Lord loves you and takes care of you today and loves on you. I know He loves you. I hope He loves on you today, and you do find some peace. And I hope you got good relationships and people that love you around you, and that you can be encouraged every single day. So, all right, y'all have a good day.